Okay, there we go. I started the stream. And immediately it's in the red. No, that's not good. Why? Why?
I don't know.
OBS is disconnected.
Oh.
Oh, come on. I just fucking started. Why? Hey, it reconnected. And it's green now.
Hey. You shouted it into submission.
Yeah. Just like I do my partner. What? No, I'm kidding.
And me.
What? Yeah, well... You deserve it. Yeah, you should say... I'm kidding. You should say what, you said before I started the stream again.
I challenge you to beat the game today in this stream.
Yeah.
Because we're close, and you have a house inspection. So you better speedrun this shit, boy.
I can't speedrun cutscenes, but I can speedrun literally everything else, because I can set it to ×4 and
we have the sight and grab.
And we have 3 sight and grabs. Yeah.
You can talk to Fran, she's got a smiley face.
Fran, we're so much past that part of the story that I don't even remember who the fuck that is.
It's her sister.
Sure.
Come on.
You have to read it out, because I'm still in the starting soon screen.
The time given Viera is long. Carefully must Mirren decide her choice, for herself decide whether she will remain.
You actually did kind of a good Fran, like, accent.
I probably would have done better if I didn't have a fish stick in my mouth.
Can you, like, try again, like, remove the fish stick from your mouth and, like, actually, like, I want to see what you do when you try.
The time given the Viera is long. Carefully must Mirren consider her choice, for herself decide whether she will remain.
Yeah. You get, like, the weird, hard, like, like, I can't do it. I would just say Mirren. Like, but you got, like, the...
Because she's, like, almost rolling her R's, but not quite going all the way.
She's rolling her R's with a single, like, with a single roll, essentially.
Yeah.
That's essentially what's happening. But I can't roll my R's at all, whether it's with one or with, like, blah, 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 like with a... Yeah, like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm Hispanic, so we gotta.
How the fuck would someone like me learn a language like that?
There's a certain leeway that that's given to, like, non-Hispanics for, like, as long as you do your best. And they're like, you can still pronounce the R's.
Yeah.
Just like as long as everything else is fine and it's not too egregious.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, everyone is level 58 because I spent another bit of time just running around. Everyone has
difference between them.
Full license boards, like, except for the little parts that are locked off.
Oh, fuck.
It is full on both too.
That's hot.
Yeah.
It's like when your carry friend joins your world in Genshin, the massive level difference.
Yeah, basically. I'm gonna get some of these summons. Why not?
Because you're supposed to be speedrunning this shit.
But...
Is that a good reason why not? Oh, I'm watching Twitch again for some reason. Whoops.
Also, have a look at how much license points the off party has.
Oh, Penelo, with her 10,000 points.
Alright. Fuck that enemy. So our goal is to go here, to the Feywood.
Mm-hmm.
From there, we will find another place called Giravegan.
Right.
Pardon me.
Making our way downtown, walking fast.
Very fast.
Faces past, I'm homebound.
Faces,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
faces shot with my Seitengrat.
And I'm homebound. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-da.
And I'm Giravegan bound. I don't know if that's our home.
Home is where the heart is.
Well, Giravegan is one of
Family, so
Giravegan is one of my favorite locations, and I suppose that means my heart is there.
I think our heart is in our current family, so wherever we're going is homebound. Because wherever we are is home.
I got a spell called Protect Gar. So like there's the Protect spell that makes a single person take less damage. But I got the GA version, which is able to do it to a whole party, essentially.
Ah. So sacrifice, but with no target.
So what, sorry?
Sacrifice from the UTD Ultimate Talent Develop UTDP. I always forget what order that's supposed to be.
Oh, the Danganronpa RPG. Sorry about me wandering around. I'm looking for the map for this area. It's in one of these little alcoves.
You wandering around looks exactly the same as you doing anything else, so...
Well, I shouldn't be in this area still. I'm essentially looking for the map. Looking for the map, for the map, for the map, for the map.
Don't you know? In order to find a map, you just have to say map. You just have to call its name. Vengate! Map!
Maybe it's not in this one. Okay.
Well, you didn't call his name even once, so... How do you expect him to show up?
I said map.
Not loud enough.
Map! Ow!
Wow. Now you're just being a snot.
No, but the trap happened at the exact same time that I said map. Hey, look, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? The Feywood is actually pretty small.
Very helpful of them to give us a map when the map's all fucked anyway, so...
I can still tell where I am. Yeah, sure. Is this a... It's not! So, if you noticed, even without fast forward, there's like a wall of mist here. We've been able to explore the Feywood way earlier than now, if you remember. And if we somehow made it this far, we would just be blocked from going forward.
By the mist.
Yeah. But now, it turns into a boss fight that is the one behind the mist.
I like how the solution to this puzzle was apparently just stand there until something shows up that we can fight. Because no one seemed to do anything to summon the creature. It just kind of showed up.
Well, you're watching, right?
Oh, hey, wait.
Yeah, she saw.
That's Razzle Dazzle.
Yeah, she saw him. So the creature that we fight behind the mist, I guess, yeah, is here.
Hey, Razzle Dazzle, why do you want us dead? Oh. Oh, well, aren't you lovely? Oh, you are actually lovely.
Plant.
Blonde. Well, That is a whopper flower if ever I've seen one. Did you kill it in one hit?
No. Killed it in 3. One hit from everyone.
I had trouble processing that fight because it was just like
And they're both firing invisible bows. You guys are idiots. They're invisible. No one can see them.
That fight was short enough to fit in a clip. Nothing. What?
Apparently there's another exit from the Feywood here to another area. I wonder where that goes. I'll figure it out another time.
Yeah, we're speedrunning this shit.
This is the correct way to go. I guess the Feywood is bigger than I realized, because there's more of it this way. I'm just looking for the map again now, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. That way I know where I'm going. Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, those rooms are fun. Okay.
They look fun.
They're like a puzzle? Huh. My friends are red now.
Oh, that's no good.
It means that instead of attacking everything they'll see, they're going to attack everything they'll see.
Oh no.
But angrier.
Okay.
Voiceless words. What? So you see the text. In this sanctum shall the pilgrim find truth and illusion both. Illusion betokens the true way. Well then.
Funky.
For reference, I'm pretty sure if I just went straight to the other door, I would just be zoned back to the entrance of that zone. You know what I mean?
Makes sense, yeah.
Oh. Okay. It didn't do the thing.
Maybe this isn't the one you have to start at?
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, here we go.
Hmm.
Oh, hello.
Hey, dinosaur. No, dinosaur.
So here...
Door.
We literally have to summon the first summon we ever got, Belias, whatever the fuck his name is. Belias?
Trash.
We have to summon
Trash
him
number 1.
in order to open the door. His presence acts like a key.
That makes sense if he was something you had to get in one mission. Touch the key.
Well... Also, he's literally got a giant key.
No, yeah, that also helps. He also has 2 tiny little arms on his chest.
Yep.
That's adorable.
That's Gitavegan, where the area that we're heading to.
Didn't you even put your giant key in the giant keyhole?
It's like Kingdom Hearts. You just have to believe.
Ugh.
On the farthest shores of the River of Time, shrouded deep in the roiling mist.
What is it, Fran?
The mist runs thick here.
The risk's been running thick for a long time.
Yeah.
Do not worry. I will behave myself. The mist here is cold. I sense something like the shadow here.
Fenar. It appears Sid has yet to arrive. We'll lie in wait for him here.
So we're not going inside?
Not unless you want to end up twisted. Like the old man.
Ash is obviously looking at,
Something there.
Razzle dazzle.
yeah. Camera's gonna... Whoop, and there he is.
You really want to lead me into dangerous situations, don't you, husband? Yeah.
What is it?
She can see him. Let's follow her.
And no one's gonna question Vaughn about what he means by him. She can see what? Why can you see it?
I can't. He can't! That's the thing. He only saw it that one time. And like I said, I'm 90% sure they're not going to come back to it because Vaughn is not an important character.
Ugh.
By the way, as if it wasn't enough, Giravegan gets its own Gatekeeper boss fight as well.
Ah, of course. Hello, and you and your big bottle opener sword.
Don't blink. Don't blink. Keep your eyes peeled. It's more like a, well, a Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII. Yep. The others wouldn't walk close enough to help me attack, so it took Vaughn alone like 5 shots.
It's almost like they were like, you can do this, son. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You got this.
The boss had enough time to cast haste on itself before it promptly died.
Not hasty enough, friend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are we going to the place that I think we're going? Hold on. Oh no, no we're not. Okay. At least not yet.
Nervous laughter. Continues to sip chalky milk.
Oh, Tyler.
It's yummy. My grandma's over by my great grandma again.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, because everyone else in the family keeps getting sick, so no one can watch her in her place, so she keeps having to go.
We've hit our first 7,000 health, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I've gone the wrong way, it seems. Oh, there's a switch up there? Oh no, that's a teleport device.
Little pitter patter.
Feats. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh my god, no. Yeah, this place leads to the place that I hate the most.
Nah.
Oh, you can be nah hell you want, but you're in it for it too. In fact, you're gonna have to help me.
Nah.
Tyler, this place doesn't have a map.
That sucks for you.
You're gonna have to help me.
Sucks for you.
No, you're gonna have to help me.
That will suck for you.
No, aren't.
It will suck given the speed at which you are whipping around and the quality of the stream you are sending me.
It's not like that, trust me. Like, you will be able to help sufficiently.
Nah.
You don't have to take care of my exact location so much as the room number that I'm in, and the map you're getting is like going to be just a visual array of all the rooms and how they're connected. Pretty sure I just picked up one of the best shields in the game, by the way.
Oh, funky.
Yeah, oh funky indeed. I need to go down all the way.
You got some wine.
Achoo!
Yay. I would quicken the pace. I don't trust magic floors.
So you see that?
Yeah.
Giant magic crystal.
It's amazing you guys got this far without noticing it.
I can't shake the feeling we're somewhere we're not meant to be.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Exciting?
You are not troubled
What
by
are
the
those
unknown?
back flaps
Who can
on
say
your
what
vest?
lies ahead? We may encounter the very creators of Nethersite.
Gods?
Yeah, I don't know what we'll find. I like it better that way.
You're sounding more the Sky Pirate every day.
Yeah. That's my character art.
And we've had our obligatory Vaan cutscene.
Nice.
See what just happened? How I transitioned from one screen to another? I just saved. See that icon, top left corner? It just showed me that I saved. I just saved.
Okay, but you know where you didn't save? Manually at the crystal.
Doesn't matter.
There's no reason not to manually save.
There is. It's redundant. Okay. Okay. Where the fuck am I going? Oh, I know where I'm going. Hold on. Is there not supposed to be a pathway here?
Where? To the side.
Right here.
Whoa, hey.
Hey, look, another
I
obligatory
don't
gate.
trust magic platforms.
Well. Well, another boss.
That looks like a monster hunter dragon.
Wow, he actually took a few hits. Ugh,
Huh. Die like a monster hunter dragon too. Jeez. Can you cut the theatrics a bit? Do you play Monster Hunter?
Nope.
Arrow in mouth. Shoot bow. So all three of you did the invisible bow thing.
Yep.
Nice. Anyway.
So give me a quick minute because this does indeed go exactly where I think it does. Yep. That's what we get for a map.
Funky. You best get a moving then.
Alright. Let me... Okay, Waystone 8. So the Waystones are numbered. Alright? With Roman numerals, so that's Waystone 8. And that's how you tell where you are in the map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, this is complicated. I hate this area so much. Alright, I will see if I can figure it out. Scorpio Gate. For my master's chosen. Okay, so maybe I ignore the, because there's 2 special bosses in here as well. That's the thing. Oh, no. That's, Gate Scorpio. Maybe I can't do that yet? I don't fucking know. I'm already confused! It's also really frustrating because, like, the gates, the teleport things don't teleport to another one that's the same number. They teleport to, like, the fucking next number up or the next number down, basically.
Uh-huh.
So, like, this one will be 7. But it's gonna teleport to 6. So 6 and 7 are in a pair, basically.
Uh-huh.
Did I pick the right one? Yep. Oh, I can turn that one off. Okay.
Which one was that?
That was cancer.
We...
So this one's 5, and it connects to 4. I'm gonna give you a copy of my map. I am still looking at it, but just so you can also see what I'm talking about. Oh, jeez. Fuck. Cunt! Hello? Are you back?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Back.
Phone call. I gave you a link to the map as well. 5 and 4 are connected. And there are so many gateways.
I got the little sad poop.
Do I need to reshare with you?
No, the stream's still up. It's just the whatever you sent, it just shows a little sad poop.
Well, I'm trying to send you a link. I want you to click on the link rather than...
Right, but it's popping up as an image, and the image is sad poop.
Right. That's weird. There you go. Put that link into a browser source and you'll get an image.
Why don't you just copy image then?
Because the browser source makes it bigger than Discord, but... I mean, that was me trying to copy the image. Like... Copy image. Okay, there we go. But yeah, see, it's very small there. You'd have to, like, click on it to enlarge it. And even then, it's kind of hard to say.
I can see it just fine.
Alright. Well then, I'm in the circle that has Waystone 4 on it, which is all the way to the right.
Okay, where are you trying to get?
I don't know.
Helpful.
I believe this way leads to Pisces Gate. So, like, in order to try and tell which way you're going, you have to, like, examine the amount of exits. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they're, like...
So do that.
Yeah, so this, I believe, is the way to Pisces Gate.
There's no way directly to Pisces Gate. You go to an empty thing, or you go to 3.
Oh, I fucking... This is the way to a gate. A switch for a gate. I fucking am terrible with them. Remember?
Uh-huh.
Ares is what I meant. I'm going to Ares Gate. There we go. Then we go back down, we're at 4. I'm gonna
Go
take...
straight ahead to 3.
I can't because it is blocked by a Pisces. That's why I thought that was Pisces. That one's blocked by Pisces, so I need to get to Pisces somehow. So I'm gonna go around the long way to get to X. Yep, there are no other exits in this one. And remember, the players don't get this map in-game.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is Pisces Gate.
Yes.
Oh, that's not X. That's the
literally what you said.
No, I said X as I thought it was X as in a teleport X.
No, that's Pisces.
Oh no, that kind of discrepancy is going to be lost on me every time. It's so hard to tell the difference with my eyes.
Okay.
Well, that's 3. And that's going to lead to 2.
But that just goes to 1.
Yeah,
Are
I
we
know.
going to 1?
I guess. Oh, there's a cutscene.
Seems like you could have done that eventually just by going through paths.
I've never seen this much mist. Are you all right?
Yeah, but we've explored
I'm
1/5
fine.
of this
Thank
area.
you.
Is that nethicite?
I wonder.
With that much nethicite in one's grasp.
Why, we could have
You
the
could
equivalent of a
destroy
nuclear
all of
explosion.
Ivalice, if you wished it.
Do you? You fucking psychopath?
Anyway, let's go towards it.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Nuclear energy is safe, kids. Let's go swimming in the waste pool.
Huh. Oh. That's an Esper.
Funky. Kill it.
It's dead.
Good job. I'm going through the 5 stages of grief, so please be mindful. On that note, where the fuck is my child?
What?
This is a quote from one of the more recent DSMP streams that I watched. It's pretty funny.
Shimhazai, the Whisperer.
Nice. They stroll into another player's house, and they approach him with netherite axes. And he goes, he's very politely, he's like, so, I just want you to know that I'm going through the 5 stages of grief right now. So, just be mindful of that.
Whoa!
On that note, and then he pulls out the axe and he screams, where the fuck is my child?
Tyler,
What's that? What's that?
what does it look like?
I don't know, it fucking looks like a beam of light. What do you want from me?
Oh, okay. I thought it was like fucking our dude, Razzle Dazzle.
Oh.
Interesting.
It's just a stick, just a glowing stick.
Okay, and now we're in the sky.
Yeah. Sky.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where is everyone?
Fear not, Princess of Dalmasca. We, Ocuria, have chosen you. And you
Be
alone.
not afraid! breathing a lot. Are you okay?
Ashalia Benargan Dalmasca, we see your heart desires power, and power most holy shall we grant.
That
Seek
seems
you the Suncrist, slumbering star. In tower on distant shore, it dreams. The mother of all Nephesite, the source of its unending power. The Dynast King, his fallow shards, coarse trinkets cut from Suncrist's light.
Such power exists?
In times that
Convenient.
our own passed away, we sought to save this Ivalice, and chose Wraithwall, the Dynast King. He took the sword and cut the Christ. 3 shards he took from its gilt grasp, and so became the Dynast King. His words and deeds run through your veins.
That's why I was given it. The Sword of Kings.
The treaty held with kings of old is but a memory, cold and still. With you, we now shall treat anew, to cut a run for history's flow. Now take this sword, this treaty blade, Ocurian seal, mark of your worth. Cut deep the Christ, and seize your shards.
He already has a sword that can
Wield
cut through
Dynast
netherite.
King's power.
That one's cooler,
Destroy
though.
Vanar.
And that one's a symbol that she
Vanar-
was accepted by
Vanar's
gods
an
or
Icurian,
whatever.
a being like you.
Vanar is a heretic.
Okay. Damn.
So many of them.
Nephesite is ours to give to chosen bearer, or to none. The heretic trespassed, and set the rose of knowledge in man's hand. With imitations they profane. It is anathema to us. We give you now the stone and task. Administer judgment. Destroy them all.
Ah! So you're jealous. Hi, Razzle Dazzle.
Destroy them all. The Empire?
The hues ever skew history's weave. With haste, they move through 2 short lives. Driven to err by base desires. Toward waste, and wasting, on they run. Undying, we Ocuria light the path for wayward sons of man. Oft did we pass judgment on them, so that Ivalice might endure. Eternal, we are history's stewards, to set the course and keep it true.
You
The
seem very
chosen is
petty.
Our hand, our fist, to let live some and crush the rest. Princess, you have been chosen. Take revenge against those who stole your kingdom. Fulfill your role as savior.
Interesting.
Those gods are evil as fuck. Right?
Attain to your birthright.
That's not good. That's bad news. Those things are bad news.
Ash,
Do not trust them one bit.
what's with these Ikuria? What gives them the right to tell you what to do?
So they
Will you take
know?
revenge, as they ask?
Yeah, I guess
We
they're
could not
watching.
see them, but we heard the Ocuria speak.
Ah,
They
yeah,
may be
they're
gods, but
listening.
we are the arbiters of our destiny. Your Highness,
They're right here,
I'm
guys.
against this. The Empire must pay, but destruction?
Does anyone know what happened to Dr. Sid? Wasn't he saying he'd be here?
I think he just wanted to
He
say.
should have arrived by now.
And I should have realized by now. He's not coming. He laid out the bait, and we bit. Remember what he said? He wanted Ash to get the stone. He wanted that all along. That's why he flaunted his nethicite. and reeled us in with his stories about Gedovagan, all to bring Ash to the Okuria.
But wait, if we got a hold of the Nethicite, wouldn't that be bad for the Empire?
Maybe he wants to see what happens when foes with Nethicite collide. That'd be just like
He's a
Dr.
crazy man.
Sid.
He's a crazy man. You can't trust the crazy man.
I will search out
They
the
just want to watch the world
Suncrest.
burn.
Oh, Ash.
Ugh, Ash, honey. And everyone's like,
History is built by
I
our
guess.
hands. That's his favorite line. He'd never stand by and watch the Okuria's stones shape things. So, he was talking to Venar all along. He wasn't mad at all then, was he?
Oh no, he's still definitely mad.
yeah, but like not as mad. Definitely still mad though.
Restore Dalmasca's sovereignty and make our amends with Lady Ash. It's the only way to avert war.
It is a war of necessity. Your Lady Ash herself is bent on it. She desires it above all else.
He's
She
not
will not
wrong.
rest until her revenge is full wrought.
I fear you
He's
misread
not wrong.
her intent. She would sooner shun war than embrace it.
You are young, Larsa.
And you presume beyond your ken.
Then let us look closer. Judge Gabranth. I would have you seek after the Lady Ash and judge whether she makes overtures of peace or war. Yours shall be the eyes of the Empire.
And should I espy war, I am to put her to the sword. Is that your wish, Excellency?
It will not come to that, I am sure. I have faith in her, faith in you both. On you, Gabranth, shall I wager all our fortunes.
As you will.
Not great, but like, okay, I guess.
Gabranth is kind of on Lars's side. The death stare.
Well, Gabranth is like, extremely loyal to the Empire, so I guess if Bane says it.
Hard to believe. Larsa is,
He is
as
very
he
sweet.
should be.
What's that, Venar?
Oh, so now he trusts him.
Taken the bait
Just
already,
because we
have
know
they?
already.
Splendid. The Okuria have given the princess her treaty blade.
The gods have chosen their scribe to write history as they deem fit. Yes, and she with fresh Nethicite to aid her.
Bah! To hell with the Okuria and their stones. What good? A power that cannot be harnessed. Baubles best suited for study, no more.
He's not
We
wrong.
conquered 2 kingdoms that you might study these baubles.
Oh, I am grateful for the sacrifice. Without it, manufactured Nethicite would have eluded us. An unrivaled weapon, I warrant you. Tell me, Venar, have I not been an apt pupil?
My counsel did but guide your able hand. Through power of man, the stones did you perfect. Yes. So much accomplished in 6 fleeting years. Man's fervor o'er all obstacles prevailing.
This would be a very
Our
long,
lives are much
awkward
too
silence
short.
if we couldn't hear them.
You undying might waste long centuries away, but we, I fear, cannot.
Just so. Had we more time, we might have availed ourselves of more prudent measures.
Your greatest work still lies before you. Not lightly will the Okuria allow you to wrest the reins of history from their grasp, back into the hands of men.
Indeed. What claim does Garen have on history's reins? Seated on throne immortal, rent from time. For your ascendant's vein I offer prayer. May you attain all that which is your due.
Venar has kind of got a point though, right? Like the eternal,
Right.
not ruler, because they're certainly not ruler, but like the eternal, like they have no contact with humans, and so they have no understanding of how they've changed and how society has grown between.
Right, wasn't that the whole point of Liwa's arc
Yeah, that was
in
literally
Genshin?
that was literally the
Like
whole
the
point.
whole point was that Liwa had to be in the hands of man because the immortal, ageless gods, like, were too out of touch.
Attain it I shall.
And here is a man trying
For too
to...
long have my deeds gone unrewarded.
Ooh.
Fair.
Yeah.
He's right.
In tower on distant shore dreams the sun Christ. Do these words mean aught to you?
Didn't Redis say he was going to follow some other course? Maybe you found out something that can help.
I'd rather stay out of that Sky Pirate's debt, thank you.
What's wrong with Redis? I mean, if you can't trust your own kind, who can you trust?
You're an expert
Anyone
on
but my own
pirating now,
can.
are you?
I mean, when you roll with thieves, you trust anyone but your own kind. Right?
Yes.
That's literally the point. You can only trust them to betray you. Unless they're family. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, joy. Guess where we're back? Tyler.
Yeah?
Guess where we're back? So I have no fucking clue where we're going now.
I'm gonna assume out.
Yeah, but I don't know what out is.
Let's see.
Well, I'm going to Waystone 2. Which will take me to 3. And then I'm going to use 3 to go to 4. Which will teleport me to 5.
There's symbols here that are not labeled.
Yeah, I know.
But my best guess is we gotta go to A. So we went all the way to 1. Now we should go to 24.
Yikes. No, A is the secret boss. I do remember that much.
Oh.
I mean, we could go there.
I'd rather get out of here.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go to Cry.
Where is Cry?
Right next to 19.
I'm not sure what Cry means, but yeah. Why not?
It just says Cry.
I'm gonna see if that cancer gate is open. I'm heading to the cancer symbol. Oh, it is open. Okay.
Well, yeah, because we opened.
No, cancer wasn't... Oh, no, it's the Virgo that we couldn't open.
Scorpio, but yeah.
Scorpio. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way back to Scorpio.
Okay.
Because we might be able to open it now that we've, now that we are chosen by the Acuria. You know what I mean?
Right. Who is sniffling for that?
Steven.
I hope they get better.
No, I was answering Tyler's question.
Okay, what is that?
This is 8, actually. I wonder where this takes me. Because this is how I came in. Oh! 8 just takes me out. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Kinda wanted to see what was at the Cry.
Alright.
Whatever. No! Leave. I don't care.
Yeah.
No, we go back this way. There's no teleport stone in Gear of Vagan, so we gotta walk all the way up by our fucking selves.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why you're nehang me. You're in for this as well.
I'm on Tumblr, dude.
Well, let's think of something to talk about while I fucking make my way back up. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about prognostic. I've also been thinking about my OCs a lot. I did some art of my OCs yesterday.
Cool.
And I've been writing OC content. I decided that one of my OCs now has a twin brother out of nowhere, so that's fun. Not out of nowhere, like they were separated at birth or anything. Just like I've decided, like, you know what? This character that I was writing is very similar to him. So, and they have like come from like similar backgrounds. So what if I just made them twins?
Yeah.
Because like there can only be so many rich families in this one town, right? So it's like I can't have 5 different rich kids from separate families. Like 2 of them have to be related at least, you know?
Sure, I'm just surprised, like, is it, like, I always thought that we hated rich. Like, I thought that that was, like, the
Not when they're
thing.
enemy pretty boys.
No, but, like, for real, though.
Right, but they're OCs, so it's fine.
Oh, hey, look. No, come back, I want to fight you.
No, come back!
I'm gonna go back and fight it.
Can you open that gate?
I cannot. Because look what color it is. It's dead. Oh, hey, look, the map was here all along. Not for the crystal. We couldn't get a map for that. But, like, for the city of Gear of Vagan. I mean, you know.
Funky.
This.
But yeah, been writing my characters.
So, I explained to you that this game has 3 incredibly long patches of, like, gameplay between stories, right? The first one was, going from... I don't remember exactly, actually. But I know the second one was traveling to Arcades, right? The third one, and this one's gonna kind of blow your mind here, is a single area.
Ugh.
I believe we're supposed to go here. I didn't check. Yeah. Going back to see if our gay boy Redis knows anything. Do you remember Redis's incredibly flamboyant outfit?
I remember that he had one. I do not remember what it looks like.
Oh, like hot pink. There was like hot pink parts on it.
I do remember pink being involved. Are we gonna see him again?
Yeah, he's the last person that can be an ally that we haven't had as an ally yet.
Ships in the water. Send fishing dories if need be. I care not.
Hey.
Corsair engines are as good to us as sky to a fish.
Oh, you have bold facial hair, my dude.
Our armada ran afoul of bad water near the Ridorana Cataract. All engines stopped a sudden. Becalmed. Trouble with a mist thick as death, it seems. Those seas are yacht. I expected airship trouble, not a fleet foundering amidst the waves. Tell me of what happened in Gear of Vagan. From the lay of your eyes, I measure all did not go well.
Actually, it was
Cid,
fine.
Was he false, as I feared?
Yes, but we may have caught a glimpse of his true intent. We may now know what it is that Cid searches for.
But apparently, we know now that
So the
Cid
day-affected
has.
Nephesite was only a fragment?
Never mind.
And these Ocuria I know not and care to know even less.
If we strike this Suncrest with the Sword of Kings, no new stone may be born. We say the Suncrest is the source of all Nethicite's power. If we might break it, the Dusk Shard would be as a thing lifeless. As for the manufactured Nethicite, who can say?
There is another way. We used the Treaty Blade to cut a new stone from the Cryst. Use that to fight the Dusk Shard and the manufactured stones.
So if you're following, the Sun Sword can destroy Nethicite, but the Treaty Blade can cut it into multiple usable pieces.
Right.
Like
yeah,
it can divide
I'm following.
it. Yeah.
Would you like to know the best use of Nethicite? Will or nil, I'll tell you. You pick it up and throw it away.
Either way, we have to find the Suncrest first, right? Don't we? Across the sea, and a tower on a distant shore. Redis?
Familiar
Probably
words,
in
Vaughn.
the...
I saw something of the sort written in some documents I chanced upon during my visit to Draklor. The Naldoan Sea, the Ridorana Cataract, and the Pharos Lighthouse. I sent my fleet to fish out the truth behind these words, and caught trouble.
Then proof is ours. This lighthouse on the Naldoan Sea is the tower on the distant shore. The strong mist that becalmed your ships is a grimmer yet clearer sign than any we might hope for. The Suncrest is there.
All well
Incredible
and
that no
good,
one's
but
found
how
it
do we
before
get
yet.
there? Those seas are in Yacht, as I recall.
Try putting this one in your ship. 'Tis a sky stone made to resist Yacht.
Why
More
did you not
spoils from
use
the
that if you
Draco
have it?
Labs, is it? Why not use it yourself?
That's just
Thank
the
you,
thing.
Balthy.
My ship's a Bergerben model. It will not work. But should it fit the Strahl, she'll fly in Yacht. Lady Ash, I would accompany your highness, if you do not object.
I am in your care. But tell me one thing. Why do so much for us?
The Nabudis Deadlands.
Nabudis was your home?
Nay, but a memory forever burned in my heart.
He has a collar?
Damn right he does. Ships the Pharos have floundered. Thankfully enough for this with us. Send them out straight away.
Hello, ma'am. Do you mind putting on some more clothes? Why are you wearing your thong over your half of booty shorts? Those are booty shorts, but like smaller than booty shorts.
Redis is no man of Balfenheim.
It's like half a pair of booty shorts, and you're wearing a thong over it. Hello. Beep, beep, beep.
The Strahl can now travel through Yogd.
Wearing one thigh-high boot and a bra. Sorry, I was distracted
I could
by
tell.
her.
Alright, well this is a fucking...
Oh, Jesus.
Um,
Do we have to give him a sight grant, or is he just gonna be carried by everyone else?
You can't change his equipment.
No. Might as well just give him whatever healing shit we have and then an attack foe.
Well, he has Ally Any Arise, which is a spell that brings you back to life with full health. Which is actually really good.
I'm gonna go give my grandma a hug while you do this.
Okay. Oh god.
Hello.
Hello.
My grandma's exhausted.
Imaginable.
She's exhausted from having to take care of Gigi. But everyone else is sick, so there's no one else. Jim's sick. Mom's sick. Joe's sick. Chet has work. Eddie has work. I can go, but there's no point because I can't drive. So she'd still have to be there to you know, get me there and get me back.
Yeah.
So it's hardly...
There we go. Decided to buy every gambit.
Nice.
See if I actually did.
Also, I love how in the Lantern Rite event, Beto and Ningguang went from being kind of friendly to straight up flirting.
I'll have to play it to say.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to the Ridorana Cataract.
Yeah.
The Ridorana Cataract has a lighthouse on it that has 100 floors, and we have to traverse all 100 of them. So
Nice.
it is why it is the third quote-unquote stretch of gameplay. See, there it is.
Those cookies do look bussin'.
That light rainbow over it as well.
Yeah.
A tower on distant shore. And about its peak, a piercing mist.
And in that mist, the Suncrest waits.
I thought the
My
Sun was
lady,
dreams.
Your words still sound of doubt. Pray you reach your answer ere we the Suncrest.
Why is
And
everyone talking like this now? I do not
should I
remember the
choose
language
revenge?
being so
What
fancy.
then?
Some
Then your
characters
woe
have.
shall be your own.
Some characters have.
Vaughn, a word. If something untoward should happen to me, you're taking the straw.
Untoward? What's this about?
I am the leading
If
man.
I fucking
Might need to
die,
do something heroic. Don't worry, I'll show you how to fly her.
That's so fucking gay, and I love it.
He passed it on to his son!
Where can I find a map for this area? Alright. Let's have a nose around for a map, shall we?
Neat.
People still leveling up. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. This is definitely not the arena for a boss fight later on.
Oh, definitely. Just a large circular.
Literal Colosseum.
Yep. It's a Colosseum. Come on.
Ha ha ha. Yep, I thought the map was in this one. There we go.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
So this area is very small. It's just leading towards the tower, really.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, I have to.
Yeah, do it, do it, do it, pussy. Nice.
The Pharos at Ritterana. Look how fucking big it is, and we get to climb it all.
Reminds me of the PNG and Ultra Despair Girls that we have to climb. Except we took an elevator for most of the way. Is there an elevator?
No.
No. Oh, that's been laying there for a while. Oh, that is gross.
They give it a good amount of detail. I like it.
Yeah, that has been laying there for a while.
Also, you saw that in the cutscene as well, the big magic door closing behind us. Anyway, it's dead.
But just turned around and looked at the door and missed the whole fight.
Ba da 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 da. Yeah, Van, there's a bow there. You sure? I'm still pretty.
I like to imagine that Redis is looking around like, what are you guys using?
I just like to imagine. So what my headcanon that there we go. By the way, you just saw the door open. My headcanon is that once they pick up the Titan Grats, they just have the same power as Sparky Boom Man from Avatar.
I have not watched Avatar.
Ah, fair enough. That's wait, you haven't watched Avatar? That's insane.
No. I never had access. Where would I watch it?
Netflix.
Well, now. But
for the past like year.
Hey, friend. Something's written on the
yeah.
wall.
Anyway.
Or, like for the past year, I had
Engraved
depression.
by someone, it seems.
Yeah, no shit.
Lo, seeker in days unborn, God blade bearer. Know you, this tower challenges the sky. Where the watcher, the ward of the three weights, soul hungry, unsated.
Is that what we killed?
He without power, want it not. He with power, trust it not. He with sight, heed it not. Rend illusion, cut the true path. In blood, Wraithwall.
The Dynast King?
Does it startle you?
Yeah, we knew he had to be
The
here.
King took his sword from the Ocuria. It was here he claimed the Nethicite.
Yeah, she's got a point.
He must have known he was not the last the Ocuria would choose. He left this for you. Rend illusion, cut the true path. Words of much mystery, yet his blood runs in your veins. Perhaps it whispers to you the truth.
Also, would like to point out that it literally says on the wall that's those without power want it not. So probably shouldn't stroll on in here wanting power. But you seem to still be on the fence about that one.
Yeah.
Worrying that she's still on the fence about destroying an entire nation.
No, but it's a nation of bad guys.
It's a nation of people.
They're called the
with someone you
Emperor.
disagree with at the head.
They're called the Empire. They have to be bad. So there is an elevator, but like the elevator doesn't let you jump any floors. Like the elevator serves as a backwards fast travel. You know what I mean?
So like the dungeon in Monika's test.
Oh. Okay. Yes. Sure.
I mean, yeah, because you have to go up to unlock the floors of it.
No, I was
and
saying
all you
sure
do is
because I
open
read the
access
thing.
to-
And I had no idea what it meant.
I didn't read it.
Oh yeah, when I kill enemies, I've got to collect these black orbs, and I have to do it kind of quickly as well.
Oh. Why?
Because video game.
Ugh. Maybe you should turn the speed down so you can get it to it faster.
Rather than that, it's almost worth not having Varn attack. Like the person I control. And there's also invisible walls in this one, Dark Souls style.
Oh, lucky. So you just have to headbutt every wall.
Can I just actually turn all his gambits off? So he doesn't pull out his weapon? No, he's still going to pull out his weapon. Okay, that's not going to change that. Be benighted child, chosen with life so short. Not for you are the words given the unchosen, to heaven's bright sphere turn her heights attain. Sure, okay.
Alright.
Okay, I guess we're not getting that one then. Interesting.
When Dante visited Hell, it was pre-industrialization. There's gotta be like 800 levels by now. New deadly sins were added too, but devs haven't revealed which ones.
The devs of hell?
I assume the devs of life. So like, God? Question mark?
Oh, I hate this already. There we go. Where the fuck am I going?
No idea. Up, I presume?
I haven't gone up a floor yet, if you haven't noticed. Sure, let's put a black orb in that. What is that gonna do?
It's gonna glow, ominously.
The first seal is
Okay.
broken.
Cool. What is telling you that? That's something I wonder sometimes with like game mechanics and UI. Cause like in that case, it says the first seal's broken. What said that? And to whom?
It did to you.
Are we assuming we put the orb in there and the crystal said the first seal is broken? Use the orb.
The second seal is broken. Huh. How
The second
convenient.
seal is broken.
The whole
I imagine
tower
they speak
said.
like Alexa.
Yeah.
Or it goes over the PA system like, the second seal is broken.
Yeah.
Attention all ascenders of the tower, the second seal is broken. I repeat, the second seal is broken.
Well, we're about to break the third one too! There we go. The seal of
night loses its power. The seal of night loses its power.
It's like a sports commentator at this point. I hate the fact that I have to collect these though. Oh hey look, the map. For the first ascent of this, it's the one whole area, but it's divided into 3 ascents.
Well.
Oh no, I was...
Better than straight 100 floors, I guess.
Well, it is. It's 100 floors. The first ascent is the first, like, 30-ish floors.
Right.
Alright. Uh-huh. We're here now. Do you remember this place, Tyler?
It is a desert. I will grant you that the vibes of this desert are significantly different of those we have traveled in the past.
No, it's the same desert we've been to before. It's just got a red filter over it.
Yeah, that's what I meant by the vibes. Oh, that's no good. Ooh, how many arrows will that thing take? 10? 11, maybe? Vaughn's not attacking.
I know.
You still didn't give him his,
Oh, it's put a paling up. We have to wait for its paling to go down. It's taken 9 arrows so far, and once the paling goes down, it's gonna... Oh, there it is. 10.
Yay. I was correct. Oh, nope, there it goes. Buddy, the door's to the right. Okay. Alright.
I have good news for you, Tyler.
Yeah?
We just ascended the first floor.
Ugh, funky. Only 99 more to go.
Only 99 more to go!
This sucks.
Ha. Oh, I guess we technically didn't yet, I guess, because now I'm going back down. Because I guess that room was that room was a dead end.
No! God, no!
Alright. How do I get out of the... I hate this area. No, I don't want... You know what? I'm done collecting these things. If I need more, it's...
You got enough?
Well, I don't know. Okay, did I do it?
I like how even the map says no way to go but up.
What if I touch this thing? Oh, we're at floor 10!
Oh! Funky! Only 90.
No, we went down some stairs. We don't have to collect black orbs here by the looks of it. Oh yeah, killing these enemies make you fucking didn't see them. That's one of the puzzles of this area. Oh, floor 11. Floor 12.
Oh, we are ascending now, baby.
I actually have to kind of be careful. These face enemies with green fire coming out of them that makes more, like, say?
Mm-hmm.
That progressively makes the bridge. But if I kill red ones, it destroys the bridge.
Ah. Perhaps you should assign Vaughn to a manual targeting system and have everyone else just target whoever Vaughn targets. Just to be safe.
Nah, now it should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure there's another secret wall. You know what? I don't need the gear the secret room is going to give me. We're floor 16. 17 even. Okay, that enemy is alright to kill. That enemy is alright to kill.
This looks familiar.
Oh, hey, look. Hold on. No? Okay. I thought there'd be a secret room within the secret room. Green one there. Sure. Oh, they're all green.
Funky. Yay.
But there's another path there. It's not required though, so bye. There's Tyler. We're making great progress. We're at floor 28. 29 even. Oh, hold on. Oh, that was a red one! Oh, but that's fine. It was 2 green ones. That taught us that the red ones break them without fucking us, so I think that now... Yeah, there's gonna be actual red ones.
Maybe we should do that thing I said.
I suppose.
Nothing around here. We're doing it. We're making it happen.
Nice Homo suck reference.
Tomorrow we get to start that again. You excited?
Yes. Very.
Yeah. Oh, yawn. It's only 8:30.
Yeah. Hey! Another secret path, but I just don't care. They're both green. That one's red. That one. Give me a sec. What are you guys talking about? Why? You don't need to do that. What did you get? Cool. It's a red one, that's a green one. Apparently Steven is buying us food.
I heard.
Yeah.
Tell Steven I said hi.
Tyler says hi, Steven.
Hi, Tyler. Would you like me to buy you some food too?
I already ate, but thank you.
Green one. That's a green one.
Tell him.
It's a red one.
Tell him.
Nope.
No, Aretha. He asked a question. I'm answering.
Okay. That's a green one. That's empty. Oh, I can see. Can you see on the map in this room how there's a tiny little like chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk.
It's all mine.
Same. I had chocolate milk too.
Right, but is yours Oak brand?
It's not. It's no brand. I mixed it myself with Hershey's chocolate syrup.
That actually sounds kind of good as well. But I really like Oak.
Yeah, I like making it myself because I like to put way too much chocolate in there. I only like a little bit of milk with my chocolate syrup.
I respect that. Alright. Oak is like got this like really thick consistency to it, so it's like very pleasurable.
Oh, that would probably make me extra sick.
Really? You
Yeah,
don't like
probably.
that?
I drink skim milk.
Interesting.
Because the higher up in fat content you go, the more
Are you trying to talk to me while I'm on stream on a call with my headphones again?
No, I'm trying to talk to Tyler.
That's even
I can only
worse.
barely hear you, buddy.
What did you say, Hunter? Yes.
Oh, they're just talking about Oak.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a new set of headphones recently, and they are way more, like they block way more audio, I guess is the way I'm trying to describe it.
Yeah. You did say that before. But the thing is that, the higher up in fat content you go with the milk, at least, the way it worked for my mom and the way it works for me too, is that the sicker you get when you drink the milk.
Mm-hmm.
So I generally go with skim 1% if I can cut it.
Well,
I don't know if that's just how like it works with lactose intolerance in general, but
Well,
I
yeah.
do know that my mom always got well, she got 2% because my dad didn't like skim, and you know, what dad says goes.
Yeah, of course.
And she eventually started getting almond milk for herself, but I didn't like almond milk. It was too
Almondy?
yeah. It was weirdly sweet, and I didn't like it because I like the flavor, like the non-flavor of milk. So it being sweet was just like weird.
Ahead the watcher waits, second of 3, ye without strength return whence you came.
Oh, well, good thing we have strength.
I don't know about strength, but I have sight and guts.
Yeah. We have strength enough to pull back an arrow of Sightengrat.
Whatever happens after that is not my jurisdiction.
Oh, I replaced my second team, my second preset party in Genshin with the All-Geo team.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they're not built yet, I just put them there. Because I wasn't using that second slot anyway. Did you see I got Xingqiu now?
Yeah, you finished the thing.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to figure out how to get his artifacts. I almost was very, very close to having him fully built, but it was just a little off.
Just by having done that domain enough times.
Yeah. See, here was the issue that I ran into, right? So on the sheet you gave me, right? You say attack percent sands, hydro goblet, obviously, and then crit rate, circlet, right?
Crit rate or crit. So circle to whatever crit is your
well,
lowest.
this is just what I was looking at, right?
Right, but I've said
So-
several times, crit is just whatever's the lowest.
Yeah, but like here's what I was dealing with earlier. So like, on your sheet, it's at attack percent, hydro damage, and then crit rate circlet, right? And then I was looking on Paimon, and it said energy recharge or attack percent sands.
Yep.
Hydro damage goblet, and then crit rate or crit damage circlet. So I was looking through, and I had the combo of things I had, right? So I had an onset goblet, a hydro goblet, so I gave him that right away. Then I had an onset flower and feather, gave him that. And I had an onset energy recharge sands, and an offset crit rate circlet, or I had an offset attack percent sands and an onset crit damage circlet. So I was debating between those two things because I didn't know what to do about that.
Easy. Without the energy recharge artifact, is your energy recharge already at 180% or higher?
It's at 200 without any artifacts because of the fucking sack sword.
Then you don't need the energy recharge. Just go attack percent sense.
Then I would have the offset attack percent sands and the onset crit rate.
Yep.
I was thinking about that, yeah.
This is something I have explained to you, Tyler. That's all.
Yeah, I was just, I just got confused because I was like, well, I have this, and then just going back and forth between the two.
Energy recharge. Energy recharge is you only need to put it on if you don't have enough energy recharge.
Right.
Which you do, by a long shot if you have 200, which isn't a surprise because you have sack sword.
Right, but like then I need I don't have enough crit rate is the thing, so I'd have the onset. I'd have to grind more for a crit rate circlet because my crit rate is not great.
Nope, that's fine. That's normal.
Yeah, but that's what I mean by like I was really close.
With floor 60, I don't.
We're at a D at least.
There's a save point here, which I'm not going to use, obviously.
You just want to annoy me.
No, because the moment I walk through any door, and also the moment ago when I just walked through a door, it already did it.
There's still no reason.
Thank you, Steven. So activating one of these things prevents us from doing a thing, but opens a door. So I believe now we can't do magic. Yeah. Oh, we can't do anything but... No? Maybe not then. What can't we do? Fuck knows what we can't do, but we're not allowed to do it while that thing is active.
Funky.
Oh, have the mini-map. We're not allowed to have the mini-map. See?
Ah, what a shame.
It just means I'll be checking my map more.
No mini-map. Rip. Oh, I'm gonna warn you right now. One of the mini games for the lantern rite sucks ass. It just sucks. It just sucks really badly. Like I normally like mini games, you know?
Yeah.
But I didn't like this one. It sucked.
Fair enough. If you like Prognostics so much, by the way, we could probably dedicate Wildcard to it, because I'm in love with the game.
Perhaps we'd have to see if Snow is available.
Yes.
And also if I'm available, because I don't know.
Well, you know. Hey, what am I doing here? I fail to see what I'm doing.
Me too, honestly, but that's been the case for a while.
We're on 61. Let's go through here. And then... Oh no, this is a dead end. How do we get to that? This way. And through here? Yeah, and then around here. And then this is up. Is this upstairs? This is upstairs. Okay, we're going upstairs. Okay. I guess we're just wandering around without a mini-map trying to find our way.
Yeah. Just pitter-pattering about the place. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter.
Oh, I think I found the next way up.
Shenjin, my beloved. Da, 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 da.
Alright. There you go, Fred.
Heal, heal, heal.
That's me leveling up. Okay, the way up is not even on this side.
Oof.
Oh, here it is. Wait, what? Oh, I'm gonna have to go all the way around. Okay. Yeah, something to talk about either way.
Something to talk about either.
While we slowly climb this fucking...
Tower, climbing the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I had something to say, I forgot.
Hot.
I'm posting a meme in your Discord, which you can join by typing !point Discord in the chat to bring up a link in the Discord, and not in the Discord, in the chat to join the Discord.
You good, Tyler?
Was that good? Did I do good?
It was alright. Like a solid 5 out of 10.
It did. It was natural too.
Natural?
It was very natural. I am naturally that awkward and scripted.
Well, Tyler, when you're constantly told to think about everything you say before you say it, it kind of makes you always naturally scripted. Asperges.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, actually, we can't call it Asperges anymore, can we?
We can if we want.
No, isn't that like anti-Semitic? Because it was like,
I don't know. I never heard that. I don't know what that means. I could look it up.
Well, you know what anti-Semitic means, I'm assuming.
Well, yes, I know what anti-Semitic means.
Uh-ohs.
Oh no! A thing.
It's dead.
Oh.
Ba 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 ba. We did it, Tyler.
We did.
Pretty sure there's an item in here somewhere. Oh no, I guess it was only in the hallucination. Now we get our mini-map back, because we don't need to have the sacrifice anymore.
Yay.
It was only for that stretch.
Yay. Now we can pitter-patter a little less blindly.
Oh. Elevator?
Elevator.
Your abilities are again your own. Of map.
Okay, that implies that the mini-map is something you're all seeing.
Yeah, right?
Right? That implies that that's an ability you have.
Oh, I guess we do get to use the elevator to go up one floor. Yep.
Do, 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 do.
Is that rubbish? Okay. What is around here? Let me just run around real quick.
We're in a little circle. Whee! Meow. You know?
Nothing. No, yeah.
I am sick of these headphones.
So this is the third ascent.
Oh!
So instead of dividing the tower evenly into thirds like the first 30 floors, the second 30 floors, and the third 30 floors, the first descent goes from 1 to 50, the sixth one from 60 to 67, and then the third one teleports us to 80, and that's where it starts.
Bonkers.
And the third one is, believe it or not, and you know what the best part is? The third one is a teleport maze!
Oh, funky.
You know, you touch the wrong teleporter and you go the wrong way. Like, you get sent back to the start. Like that.
Uh-huh.
Or even worse, you get sent to an area full of enemies. Oh no, I took the right one. I'm 81. Hey, look, a fool's facade. Ow. Apparently that trap was enough to kill fucking Redis. Rip. I walk past them, okay?
Uh-huh.
It's my idiot fucking teammates. Pardon me. That run into them. Oh shit. This group of enemies is actually kind of having their way with us. Popcorn chicken. All the little loot bags. Yeah, so we went the wrong way.
I googled it.
Yeah?
Yep, I googled it.
Tell us about it.
The first thing I found was that it's simply not in the DSM-5 anymore, so it's just not an official diagnosis you can get. They just changed because it used to just be refer to higher functioning autism, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they just were like, why don't we just call it all autism, but like different levels of it, instead of having this one that's called Asperger's. So they just got rid of it. But now I'm finding something else. So I'm looking.
Alright, the first one is the Seal of Night, the Black Sigil. Okay. Yeah?
Uh-huh. Oh, he was a Nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like the dude who did that research, and who decided to call
dude,
the
dude for whom, yeah, he didn't coin the term.
Oh, okay.
But it was named after him. Yeah.
I don't know where to go next. I don't know which one to pick. So there's these four, right? White one, This black one, this green one, and this purple one. But there's also this green one located in this secret passage. So what do you think?
I don't know.
What?
What was the question? Sorry.
Tyler!
I was reading about not the doctors.
Which one do I... What do you mean? It's the most simple question I could have ever did. I listed out 5 things to touch. I was like, which one should
And
I
I
touch?
didn't hear a single one.
Tyler!
So list them out again. Also, quit flipping around when I'm seeing a slideshow.
These 4 crystals, right? But there's also a 5th one in this secret hallway.
Do the secret one, obviously.
Okay, it was... Okay, well actually I don't know where I am. Ow. Ow. Yeah, see, there was a room that had 2 secret rooms inside of it. 3?
Nice.
4. Oh. No, I just went in a circle.
Yeah.
Okay, now which one do I hit?
Blue.
Blue? There's
Yeah?
purple,
Is there not a
green,
blue one, though?
purple, green, red, and black.
Hey, buddy, I was staring at the stairs, alright? Hit the black one.
You're staring at the stairs?
Well, at the time when you said which one do you hit, the screen had frozen on the steps. So I was like, I remember the colors that there were, hit blue.
There wasn't a
Hit the
blue
black
one.
one.
There wasn't a blue one then either, though.
Okay, it looked blue.
Sure, I'll hit the black one. Nope. Was wrong.
Rip.
But I think that green one in the hidden pathway was correct, which is why it didn't send us back. Okay. Now what? Which one? And which one instead?
Hit the black one again.
No,
just to
it
be
did.
sure.
It did. Tyler.
Alright. Hit the green.
I have a feeling it's not going to be this one because we used the green to come here, but yeah, it's wrong. And the second one we get wrong, we have to do this, like, fight against these enemies.
Have you seen the Ayato leak yet?
Ah, another fucking bug. No.
Pretty funky.
Surely there's got to be another clue.
Hit the orange one this time.
To Seal of Night, look first. It's like it's the night one first. Also, where did it's red, not orange. You're bad with your
That's
colors.
orange.
No, that is red. It literally says
That's
red.
absolutely orange.
It's not.
They're wrong. That's
it's-
orange.
No, it's red and it
Yeah,
says red.
they
sigil.
are wrong.
No,
That is orange.
No.
Also,
Oh.
that's what I was seeing. I was seeing the fucking lightning, and I was like, that's blue.
Yeah, I suppose the blue lightning is... The lightning is blue, yeah. Ooh. Okay, and then clearly the secret pathway one was the correct one. Oh my god, Redis! Okay. We tried the black one and we tried the green one. I'm gonna try the purple one. It's not purple either. Okay, so it literally has to be the red one because that is the only one left. I swear to Christ. And someone's gonna step on that one. Yep. Hey, it was red. Okay. What the fuck? Now we have a yellow one. Oh, hold on. These are sigils of sacrifice. I got rid of my map. And each of them had a different color. I'm pretty sure it's fucking... This one? Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Are these sigils, like, retelling our story to get up here?
I don't know.
Like, the black one was the first one, because it was, like, the sigil... The door... It was the Door of Night, right? With the black orbs?
I guess.
And then the second one was green, because the green pathways we had to make out of the enemies. I don't know why the third one is red. And I don't know what the fuck this one is either. But there is a hint here for this one. Pure brilliance unseen in distances travel, untainted by glyph and color. Oh, they're just saying it's a normal teleporter. So this one. Yeah.
Untainted by color. It's white.
Yes. We did it!
Yay!
Alright, I guess there's no 89. I wish I could skip this.
Yeah. It's a little,
Like, yep, we're getting
a little
on.
long.
And then it slowly goes up. Whoa. Whoa. What was that?
Wow. Whoop! Poof! That's no good.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's fine.
Nah, fam, it's at 8 Thespa.
That's fine.
And he's fucking hot. Like, look at him.
Is he?
I'm furry trash.
Okay.
I'm gonna get like a
He
close-up
has
look on
lobster
him.
tails for arms.
They're not arms, they're like weapons that he's holding.
He has lobster tails for weapons.
Yeah, look at him.
Bruh, I'm into long dark-haired twinks.
Listen, I may be objectifying this character, but they are a god, so this is a form of punching up, and that's allowed.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I'm not saying you're not allowed to do that. I'm just saying he's not my type.
Yeah. That's our 8th summon.
Yay. Did we get the only one that's not trash yet?
No, that's the one that you have to get by getting all the others.
Ah.
And by not trash, I mean it's comparable to other other 100 damage dealing weapons. We have the sight and bat, so
Yeah, so also trash.
it's also trash, but just in a different way.
Yeah.
I guess
It's not quite trash, but it's like, oh, aren't you adorable?
I guess we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, no big deal. It died too quickly, and you were busy ogling its tits.
Ugh. Well, this is the final ascent.
Han's at that special age where he's got only one thing on his mind.
This is the final ascent.
Yep, here we go.
The din of the mist grows greater.
The Suncrest must be near.
I wonder if she'll really do it. Take revenge against the Empire.
Maybe we should smack some sense into her and not let her do that?
It's hard, losing
Like, if
someone
none of
you care
us
about.
are for it, I feel like we
Something
really
we
should
all
be
got in
stopping her.
common.
But you know, no matter how hard we try, we can't change the past. There's nothing that can bring them back. Still, sometimes when I close my eyes, I can see them so clearly.
Illusions of the past. You think to have cast them off, only to find them years later, unwearying, unrelenting. The past can bind a man as surely as irons. Cut the true path. But will she?
Guys, I can, like, hear you. Like, talking
Yeah,
about
it's a
me?
very open, echoey corridor, and we're like 5 feet away. She's probably thinking about Razzle-Dazzle. She's like completely zoned out. Every single character here has ADHD.
Floor 99, Tyler.
Yay!
I'm impressed. We completed this whole area in 20 minutes.
We did it.
So this is the Suncrest.
It looks like it's covered in spider webs.
King Wraithwall stood here. With this sword, he cut the Suncrest and took its power in his hand.
But you're going to use
That's
the
the
sword
sword?
to destroy the Suncrest.
It looked
Aren't you
more
Ash?
whole when we got it from the Ikoria.
No, she's talking about the other
That's
sword.
a different sword.
Yeah, she's talking about the sword that can destroy it.
Okay.
Move on.
Did she just fucking sass our baby boy?
I didn't catch it. I had to take my headphones off because they were annoying me. Oh. Make a choice. Ooh. That looked evil. That looked legit like the Eye of Sauron.
So she's
Maybe
holding.
you should hold that sword right.
So she's holding up the sword to cut herself a piece.
Lord Razzler.
She's not. She's not. Oh, hey, they all see him now.
You want revenge? You would have me use the stone?
Or maybe that's not Razzle Dazzle.
You would have me destroy the Empire? Is this my duty? Is this what you want? I cannot.
Why do you hesitate? Take what is yours. The Christ is a blade. It was meant for you. Wield it. Avenge your father.
Gabranth! You should want her to not do that.
Yes.
Well, he's here to evaluate whether she'll
who cut down the life of Dalmasca. Lady Ash, your father's murderer is here.
You and Rex.
I slew your king.
Right.
I slew your country.
He doesn't even fucking because they had to put Van in there. So, like, you know, they had to, because he was added later.
Yeah.
So they didn't give they couldn't
zero acknowledgement.
Who the fuck are you?
They did him so dirty.
I know. It's so great.
Deeds not demand vengeance.
No, she's dropped the one to destroy it.
Yes, good. Find your wrath. Take up your sword. Fight and serve those who died before you.
Why are you going at him?
A Judge Magister there was. 2 years passed. He took in his hand the Midlight Shard, stolen from Nabradia, and used it not knowing what he did. And Nabudis was blown away. Cid ordered this of him, to learn the Nethicite's true power. That man swore never to let such terrible power be used again. He forsook his Judicious plate and his name.
Judge Sect.
Whoa.
It's been too long, Gabranth.
He's a judge.
Reach out your hand, Lady Ash. But remember,
Who
that
else
you
is a
must grasp
judge?
something
Raise
beyond
your
revenge,
fucking hand.
Something greater than despair. Something beyond our reach. Try as we might, Gabranth.
That also explains his
History's
accent,
chains
though.
bind us too
We should just
tightly.
assume anyone with a strong accent is a judge.
No, we cannot escape the past. This man is living proof. What is your past, daughter of Dalmasca? Did you not swear revenge?
He really is egging her on.
I mean, that's a good way to see whether she's committed to peace or not. If you provoke her with all this shit and she still chooses peace, then yeah.
Then nothing's gonna
I feel like
sway
that's
her.
not what he's trying to do. Yeah, that's not what he's trying to do.
No.
He's a bitch.
Van is not
Where's
gonna
that
say a
curved
damn
sword? Where
thing.
did your invisible bow go? Well, Vaughn can say something, she just won't respond to it. Because that's... He's not there. Make a choice. Have you considered that that is not actually a spirit of Razzle Dazzle,
My prince, our time was short.
but just like,
Yet I know this.
A vision of the Acuria.
yeah.
You are not the kind
That's
to
what I
take
was thinking.
revenge. The wrestler I knew is gone.
That, yeah, it was probably a vision of Career all the time. That's why it led
to Shadia Benargan. You must use the Nethicite.
Yep.
You must be
Yeah.
the one to straighten history's weave.
I am no false saint for you to use.
Now drop that sword and pick up the one that destroys it.
In all Dalmasca's long history, not once did we rely on the Dusk Shard. Our people resolved never to use it, though their need might be dire. That was the Dalmasca I wanted back.
Yes, she dropped
To use
it.
the stone now would be to betray that. I will destroy the Suncrest. I will discard the stone.
It is worrying that it took you this long to
What of your
come to that
broken
conclusion,
kingdom's
but okay.
shame? The dead demand
Characteristically, yes.
Can it?
Narratively, no, though, because this is a good time for her to make that decision.
What would change?
Yeah.
I can't help my brother now. My brother's gone. He's dead.
Gone! You killed
Even with power, we cannot change what is past. What is done?
Well, I mean,
is done.
Cast her eyes. Use the Phoenix down.
Yet without power, what future can you claim? What good a kingdom you cannot defend?
Then I will defend Queen and Kingdom both.
You need power for that, though.
Defend? You? You who failed Landis and Dalmasca. What can shame hope to keep safe? Your shield is shattered. Your oaths poison those you would protect.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
That's why our response to that is to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Hear me, Basch. Do not think killing the Kingslayer will win you back your honor. When you abandoned home and kin, your name was forever stained with blood.
Sure.
Hey. Do you remember much about the Dissidia version of Gabranth?
Nope.
Because he just did a move that you've seen him do several times in Dissidia. And he's dead now.
Ah.
So you, too, would leave your debts unpaid.
What are you, a Fatui Pyro agent?
I can bear no more.
Oh, of course,
You disappoint me, Gabranth. He trusted you. When you bared steel against the princess, you forswore your obligations to your emperor.
Both their family, man. Both their family. Just have
They do not give a shit.
They do not care.
You shame yourself and make mockery of Lord Lars's trust. You are unfit to serve him as sword or shield. And so I release you from that service. Your presence.
Oh, I remembered what I was gonna say earlier.
Sure.
What is the point of them acting if apparently Dr. Sid has a god whispering in his ear telling them what they're doing all the time?
What is the point of them what?
Doing anything. Because Sid was just hanging out with the Emperor, and then the god, the Imperio, Vana, just told him what they were doing.
The point of them acting, though? I'm confused.
Well, like how are they gonna, can they ever take the Emperor by surprise if they're being watched constantly, I guess?
Sure, but, maybe they have to destroy Sid and Vana.
Perhaps. I think they just have to destroy Sid, because I don't think anyone else can see Vana. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, Vana will not let you hurt his little friend.
You are only a tool of this Vana.
How quaint. We are allies. The Arcuria give men power as a master feeds his dog. It is meant to tame us. How well you've resisted their wile. By turning your back on their stones, you give us free hand to write our own history.
And at what price?
Yeah, that's fair point.
Dalmasca's freedom for your Nethicite? I shall not suffer you to have it. The Suncrest be damned!
Be sure that it is! For what other purpose do you think you brought us here? But, my lady, I would have you stay your Arcurian sword. The Suncrest is glutted with mist, and so precious a thing must not be squandered. Let us use the stone! Finish this for now!
Huh?
Shards of Nethicite, cocoon of the Suncrest, spill forth your mist upon this evil east. Let sea and sky be awash in it, that Bahamut may come and drink his fill.
Those are, as far as I understand, the three shards that Wraithful cut from it. You know, the Midlight Shard, the Dusk Shard, and the Dawn Shard.
All the shards that we've lost thus far.
Yeah.
And lo, how brightly burned their lanthorn! Casts it back the shadow of Arcurian design.
testament that man's history shall be his alone.
Oh, you crazy.
You made your Nethicite for this. You mimic the Akuria Stone for what? To become a god yourself?
Yes! Shout at him!
Yes, exactly.
Ah, such high hopes I once had, but you ran and played with you. Alas, the hour of your return is late. Come, Famrin, revel in the glory of my triumph.
So, he just said Balthier's real name.
Yeah, so did that dude earlier.
Who?
Balthier's friend. The guy that we met at, Arcades.
Fair enough. I don't remember that.
Behold the manufactured Nethicite, the fruit of our power and knowledge. See what the stone of man is capable of.
He did that thing where you say something that you obviously weren't supposed to say, but you say the whole thing and then go, ah, wait, I mean... And, like, no one caught it.
So, we've literally never summoned a creature in this whole game. Like, at our espers, right? So, the game has expected us to do so, though. So we should be recognizing this animation as Sid summoning an esper. Because that's what Sid is doing. He's summoning his own esper.
Cool.
Alright, well this is awkward. They won't attack Famfrit because they're trained to attack lowest health.
Just have them all. Are they still attacking? Oh, why'd you change it back to lowest health instead of just party leader's target?
I changed that back ages ago. Okay, they're attacking Famfrit now. We have to kill Famfrit before Sid, because Sid becomes invulnerable while Famfrit's out. But they were attacking lowest health, and Sid had much less health.
But the thing I was saying, like, is if before you kept them at
so I literally
before you kept them at lowest HP or at party leaders, then you could have just changed him to attack the enemy or whatever, and they'll just follow suit.
Sid dead.
Yay.
You think this is the conclusion of the game, and it kind of should be, but it's not.
We've got to go kill Vayne. Because
Yeah.
Vayne's evil? Question mark.
Yes.
He's not. Vayne saw nothing wrong.
No, but he's the leader of the Empire. Like, they're called the Empire. That means they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let him by, Fenar. It is done. How I have enjoyed these 6 years.
The pleasure was all mine.
Aww.
Venar just wanted a bit of fun.
Sid, were you fucking that god?
Was there no other way? Spend your pity elsewhere. If you are so set on running, hadn't you best be off, fool of a pirate?
My father never hugged me enough, because he was too busy fucking a god. Fucking his way into becoming a god.
Ash,
Fran?
it's about time.
Fran!
Fran!
The mist has overtaken her.
The mist burns to bursting. It beats. The cocoon.
Oh no.
The Suncrist bursts. You must run as far as you can.
Easy, Fran.
No.
Hadn't you best be off? That's what a sky pirate does. You fly, don't you?
I suppose you'd better hang on then.
Ash, the sword! We have to stop it!
Dude, I believe in you.
You must quit this place. It's reacting. I've not seen its like before. Nay, never this large. Never such threat impendent. For Nabudis.
Redis!
No, Rebus, I hardly knew ye.
Redis, no!
I, Judge Magister, condemn you to oblivion!
Nice.
Phew.
Bless you.
Redis.
No. You now have the option of saving your game.
This one is ours. So we're not done yet, but we are very close.
Yeah.
He's Redis. How could he die? He'd been searching for a place to die all along. Once wanted the man to run away from his problems by dying. He wouldn't. How would he abandon this town? You'd have him regret passing. You'd have him suffer and wail for eternity. It's not what I meant. No, if he's gone, then he should rest in peace. God knows he deserves it. Then let him. If you've time to mourn and curse, you've time to carry on what he started. If you don't wish an eternity of regret on him, then let's do our part here and know he's watching over us satisfied. Satisfied? Redis? We'll be lucky if we've earned a not disappointed from him, but I suppose everything depends on us now. Us and Van's crew. When you trust that lot with more than swabbing the deck. I wasn't blind, I saw the faith that Redis had in them. I'm sure they'll discover what they need to do. Speaking of which, did you tell them about our guests?
Vaughn's crew.
Yeah. Our guests.
Where's that odd fellow anyway? Meeting up in the manse as we speak. Yeah?
Sid? We let ourselves inside. The situation is
hey.
demanding some haste, you understand?
Hey, I remember you.
Not at the moment. Later on.
He's got sunglasses.
Steven, stop.
They tell me many things.
But yeah, later on.
My lady, the war begins now.
Uh-oh.
Then you were unsuccessful in stopping the Rosarian fleet?
I used a variety of methods. All went according to plan until it came time to request withdrawal of our most devoted generals. In their enthusiasm for war, our great military leaders went behind my back straight to Marquis Sandor's resistance.
The resistance?
Oh,
During
no.
training, a division of the resistance ignored their orders and disappeared.
Uh-oh.
They were next found exchanging broadsides with the Imperials over Old Nabradia.
Uh-oh.
Why would they go there? They were asking to be found.
You misunderstand. Those ships must surely belong to Rosarian Division. They may have joined Ondor's resistance forces as patriots or even mercenaries, but in reality they are regulars of the Rosarian army, under direct command of our ward pavilion. This fifth column has invaded Imperial airspace
and provoked a response. Oh,
Unable to
jeez.
abandon them, His Excellency the Marquis was obliged to give his main fleet the order to attack. And the battleground is Dalmasca.
No, fuck.
Yeah.
Should this fight drag on, Rosaria will enter the fray. The defense of Dalmasca is their excuse, and we will have a war between empires.
Correct. They will bide their time waiting to strike until the Empire has spent itself against the Marquis. But then he will crush them and the Marquis both between his hands.
Vayne holds the Dusk Shard no longer. His advantage is lost.
Vayne has advantages enough. He stands on higher ground, and my birds tell me he has awoken something quite large. Bahamut, Lord of the Sky. There was a stirring in the mist, in the direction of Ridorana, I am told. Bahamut awoke soon after this.
It is the mist that came before the Christ was undone. It breathed life into this Bahamut. If Rethers had not stopped it when he did, how much more mist might it have drunk? All went according to Dr. Sid's designs.
Oh.
Yes, the man's last great accomplishment, I fear. And so it falls to me to put an end to the thing.
You know, because Balthi is the main character.
Right.
Vayne commands Bahamut himself?
He comes to Rabanastar.
Then I will defend Dalmasca and stop this Bahamut. This is my charge.
That's our charge, actually.
It's our home. It belongs to us all.
Very nice of you to say your lines of agreement in such a way that I don't actually have to respond to you directly.
Is to hinder and delay this Rosarian invasion for as long as is possible. I will do what I can. Yes. When this unpleasantness is done, you must come to Rosaria. I will take you to the Amber Vale of Clan Margrace. Such things I will show you. Until then, I will
You must come to Rosaria.
Oh, she likes him.
He's a charmer. And she just killed the ghost of her husband, so she's single now.
I like the idea that she hasn't been single until now.
She killed the ghost of her husband. That's the step past grieving. Lady, again, please.
Lovan, word from the Resistance, the Imperial Sky Fortress Bahamut is on the attack. So if you were confused, Bahamut isn't a creature. It is just an incredibly large...
confused.
No, Bahamut is not a creature. In all the other Final Fantasy games, things like Ifrit and Shiva and Bahamut are the summons that in those games. You know, we've been getting weird
I
ones.
assumed it was the summon, yeah.
Yeah. The ones in this game have weird names like Belias and Shemhazai and fucking Kukul Khan. But normally they're just normal summons like Ifrit and Shiva and Bahamut. In this game,
I don't think you understand just how much all those names sound the same.
In this game, in this game, things like Ifrit and Shiva and Bahamut are ships.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Bahamut is the biggest ship of them all, and it needed so much energy to power that the only way to possibly power it was either with manufactured Nethicite, with actual Nethicite, or with an explosion of the Suncrest, which is what happened.
It just absorbed a bunch of mist from the explosion.
Yeah.
Cool. I was just gonna say about that lady that I keep complaining, whose clothes I keep complaining about.
Mhm.
Talk about someone who gets censored in Genshin.
Yeah, she would.
She needs an alt outfit immediately.
Did I get enough of those? Oh, I got 2 of them. Everyone's in the 7,000s.
Yeah.
We can finish the game now.
Yay!
We can do the last stretch of the game. And it should be doable before I have to go?
I believe in you.
I want to save before I go onto the airship. Because once I get on the airship, I don't want to rely on autosaves, because everything past the airship is, like, you can't ever get off once you get on. Like, once you get on the Bahamut, you're locked on. Where is it? Oh yeah, of course it's hovering over Rabanastre. Over Rabanastre. Yeah, once you leave for the Bahamut, you'll not be able to return. Continue? Yes! We're finishing the game, baby!
We're doing it!
We are making this happen!
Woohoo!
This wind, what could it be?
A tornado? Tornado? It's headed straight for us!
It can't be! Look at it! It's a fucking tornado! You should have had warnings before this. Where's your weather service?
No, that's Bahamut.
Quit gawking and run!
Can you really outrun something like that?
You can get inside at least.
Make your target the Resistance heavy cruiser.
Our dear
Hi, Vane.
Cid, slain by his son.
Oh no.
A common tale
Shame.
of late.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Who was he talking to?
Release valves open. The
Himself?
nearest are critical.
Really?
Put an
Yeah,
end to this. They've already.
He was
Really?
clearly muttering to himself.
Really?
Or is he talking to Venat? Is Venat just Venat? Did Venat find a new boy toy?
Let us make of this an offering. One he might see even now.
Hi,
Venat,
Larsa.
what
How you
say you?
doing? I don't trust any of the gods, but I trust Venat the most.
I beg you.
Fire.
Well, this isn't good, though. No matter how you splice it. This is Vane destroying...
They fucked around and found out, my dude.
To fuck around is to find out.
To fuck around is human. To find out is divine.
Do you recognize the style of that explosion?
It's a misty explosion.
Yep, it's like the netherite. The nethicite.
Why this?
Oh,
Once they
Larsa.
see that there can be no surrender, the resistance
stay
must
home.
needs come at us with all they have. We will answer their attack head-on and destroy them, before the eyes of all Rabanastre.
Vane's not offering
This,
surrender.
The people will only grow to hate you the more.
And should I pardon them, they will only rise up yet again.
I do not believe they would.
They literally
In
did, though.
cooperation lies our hope. You are mistaken. You are wrong, brother.
I really do think they just need to talk it out and maybe get the gods
And
out of
if
their
I am,
ears.
You had best find the strength you need to correct me then.
Ship sighted ahead. A score or more. The Resistance fleet, my lord.
Here
You know, that's
is.
fair.
Today we write the first page of a new history. Our history. Each of you must play his part. Put down this rebellion. For Arcadia, we fight!
For Arcadia!
May fortune favor us all.
So, Rosaria started this fight.
Yeah.
The quote-unquote good guys.
Yep.
I mean, the Empire machinated it. Like, if they, like the Empire is the one that set up the circumstances for it.
Well, the circumstances for it were just a political, like, chess game, which
Yeah.
is what, like, that's just how politics are.
Yeah.
And, like, the circumstances of it have been set up from the moment that, like, Ash faked her death. Like,
Basically. Oh, so it's Ash's fault. Got it. I mean, basically.
kinda. Everyone's a little at fault here. There's a lot going on.
But except for Vayne.
Prepare the second volley. Be quick.
I think everyone was a bit too quick to hate on the Empire, and the Empire was like, wow, everyone hates us. We should make sure we're strong enough to fight when they inevitably want to kill us because they hate us so much. Oof. That's no good. Perhaps you shouldn't attack the Empire.
Unknown ship from abaft.
Whee!
That's us.
Buff yeah.
Uncle, it is
And now it's a rail shooter.
I'm crossing to the Bahamut to stop Vayne.
What are you saying? You are too rash. Your duties come after the battle is over.
She's too rash? You just started a war. We were gone for 5 minutes.
Stop! You must pull back. Stop the stall.
Hold it. I mean, wait. This is Master Solidor. I'm going in with her, so we're fine. I got the princess covered.
Larsa Solidor? So you hold him as a hostage?
No, Uncle. He will fight with us against Vayne. Leave it to us.
Remember that thing that they did as a joke? When Princess Ash was gonna steal the airship?
Yeah.
And Balthier made it sound like the airship was talking to him as Marquis Ondor?
Yeah.
That's a plot point now.
Understood. Our fate is in your hands.
Yes.
Nice.
I got the princess covered.
Well, I should say that. We're relying on you for fire support. Give him something to think about.
He would know, he's his brother.
Take our moment and make our move.
Not
yeah.
really, but like...
Their time together was short, but it was meaningful. And it will be much longer as soon as this all plays out, I imagine.
Yeah, we kill Vayne. Because I'm sure Larsa will have no problems with us once we kill Vayne.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Careful. Oop.
Ah, you want to dance? Then let's dance.
A new partner.
Wee, wee.
It's not easy being this popular, you know?
They're bantering. You could tell how long they've been together.
There it is.
Come on. Come on.
Alright, we are in the Bahamut.
Yes, Queen.
Now our goal is to get to Vayne Solidor and put an end to this. By talking it out peacefully.
Of course.
Vayne will be in the fortress's command tower. I saw something of the like on our way in here. Right above our heads.
We need not
I
fight
presume
all
we can't
the
just jump.
Empire to win. If we can get to Vayne, we can put an end to this war.
That was the point from the beginning. Did you really think we were going to destroy the entire Empire?
Well, with Nethersite, yeah, I guess she did.
Holy shit. Princess, you're a psychopath. Alright, anyway.
Alright. Let's see if I can do this in a timely fashion.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are barely breaking a sweat. Just murdering people left and right.
Oh, already a cutscene. Well, it looks like we're there. No, I'm kidding. They're actually doing a really good job of destroying the Bahamut, in spite of it being a mega maniacal air fortress.
Yeah, I mean, if you work your way from the bottom, you could just take off pieces of it. Yeah, we sure are the aggressors here.
The Resistance fights their battle well. We dare not fail them. We dare not falter.
Stop worrying. We just have to clean up here, and then Ash will be the queen.
It's kind of hard to believe. I can't even imagine trying to rule a whole kingdom.
A queen might always run away with the help of a sky pirate looking to raise his bounty a peg.
I doubt our queen would need the help of any sky pirates.
Do you really think me as strong as all that?
Who said anything about strong?
You're weak as shit.
You got good friends.
You're not in our main party.
She was a Pro-Breaker before. Yeah,
you're not in the main party, so you're weak as shit, Queen.
Ash, you need your carry. Your carry found family.
Oh look, this place doesn't have a map either.
Sometimes a family is 3 carries and 3 party members you didn't bother to level up. Yeah, we have another cutscene.
Guess he's still alive.
So you have lived.
I am Judge Magister.
Oh, Gabron. Yeah, he just got tossed aside. He didn't get killed.
Ooh.
Even in disgrace.
Well, the place exploded, remember?
Yeah, but we all survived that.
My just reward for aiding the Empire that destroyed my homeland.
Gabranth, do not blame yourself anymore.
You confound
No,
me,
he should
brother.
probably still blame
You
himself a
failed
little.
Landis. You failed Damaska. All you were to protect. Yet you still hold on to your honor. How?
I had someone more important to defend.
It's a mental state.
And defender I have. How is it that you have survived? Is it not because you defend Lord Larsa?
Silence! All was stripped from me. Only hatred for the brother who fled our homeland remains mine.
Well, that just seems
Tell
like a
me,
toxic
why did you
mindset to hold.
forsake that which you must hold most precious?
I do as I must, brother. Or is that not answer enough?
Look, Bash.
Oh my god,
your friends
again?
die, as they must, for surely you cannot protect them.
He's not even in
We're
the
the ones
party.
protecting his ass.
You have taught me.
Well, he just cast Renew.
You killed her. You did that. Your problems are all of your own making, sir.
He's dead.
Oh no.
Have you your fill of this?
I would ask you the same. Let this end, Noah.
Well, damn.
I have no right to be called by that name.
Then live and reclaim it.
We've killed him twice, dude. He's dying.
No, but look what my friend's doing. She could do that for him.
It's
Okay.
not targetable. Anyway.
Bye, lol.
Bye.
Well, I guess he's still on the lift with us, so. Oh, wow, okay. So this is supposed to be the mega, fortress Bahamut, the biggest airship possible that needs an explosion or, literal nukes to power it, essentially. And in order to get to Vane, I went through 2 rooms and an elevator! What the fuck?
I mean, it makes sense if they plan on being able to traverse the ship, regularly.
Yeah.
Then a working elevator is necessary. But for, an ancient tower that holds a power, it's gotta be a puzzle.
Anyway, this is the final cutscenes. You probably want to pay attention to those, if you care about the story.
Permit me to ask. Who are you? An angel of vengeance? Or perchance a saint of salvation?
Yeah, that's actually another thing I'd like to point out, is that this is the first time our villain has met almost all of our heroes.
Yeah.
What kind
he has
of-
not personally met, any of them?
Except for, maybe Ash.
Maybe Ash.
And I think Bosch. Because I think, he had to be there to do the shit with Switcheroo Bosch, right? Bosch and his brother.
Well, Bosch was being held away, so he did the switcheroo with Gabrant.
Right, but he still had to... I have to assume he probably met, or at least saw Bosch.
Probably at some point, I don't
know. Yeah.
I am simply myself. No more and no less.
Hi, simply myself, no more and no less. I'm Dad.
Only to be free.
Such a woman is not fit to bear the burden of rule. Weep for Dalmasca, for she is lost. Observe well, Larsa. Watch and mark you, the suffering of one who must rule, yet lacks the power.
No. No, brother. I will not. Though I lack your power, I will still persist.
Bold words, child.
Oh my god, dude, are you still alive?
Lord, Larsa.
Just die your hero's death already. You have like 50 Titangrad arrows in you. Oh, hey, Lars.
Your lives are forfeit, and your insurgents with them. Dalmasca will again know order. For good and all, I shall bring your futile attempts at rebellion to an end.
He says with 15 arrows in him.
There we go. He did not attack us a single time in the first phase of the boss.
Sorry for filling your brother with arrows, Larsa.
Okay, so you remember how we were talking about if he was Twink or Twonk? And I was like, yeah, he's Twonk. You haven't seen yet. You'll see. You will see that he is Twonk.
Stop spoiling! Just play it!
I'm not spoiling!
Lord Brother! This preempting of the cutscene is spoiling. Dang. Oh no. Larsa! No!
See, I didn't spoil that!
Larsa! No! That's not good.
Manufactured Nethicite.
See?
This doesn't count.
He is.
If you get magical possession steroids, it doesn't count.
No, he's Twonk.
No.
Yes.
He's a twink who got steroids. That's not a twonk.
That makes you a Twonk.
Twonk is vibes. He does not have twonk vibes. He just got steroids. Oh, gross.
Ah!
This is why you don't do drugs, kids.
Gabranth, you will defend my brother. He will have much need in the hell to follow.
We can handle Vayne. We really need you to protect Larsa.
Yes, I will defend Lord Larsa.
The hound strays. Treason bears a price.
One I gladly pay.
Ugh.
Ugh. Vayne. Darling.
So we have to hurt the swords first? Oh, never mind. No, we don't.
Ivalice will know a new dynast king, and man will keep his own history. The tyranny of the gods is ended. We are their puppets no more. The freedom for which we have longed is at hand.
It's really
you have
funny.
good intentions, but you are being corrupted right now.
It's really funny because literally every single other Final Fantasy game is about freeing people from the tyranny of the gods. So why is this one the bad? Why is he the bad guy?
It doesn't. He's right. He's just going about it the wrong way right now, but not even really, because the way he's going about it right now is just fighting the people who literally came on the ship to kill him. So, like, you know?
He did that one attack and then died.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh dear.
Gabranth kill stealing.
Oh, that's...
Even a stray has pride.
backhand a bitch.
His backhand was so strong, he ripped his helmet into pieces.
Burn in hell! Govrons!
That's fair, honestly.
Uh-oh. Oh!
Also, the swords look hella impractical.
Larsa!
Larsa!
With the manufactured nethicite, absorbing the magic.
Funky. Oh, Larsa. You are so pretty. Vaughn! Doing some. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
He didn't stab him because his twunk is too strong, but he poked him.
He certainly pushed him. That's a god. Are you protecting your new boy toy? Just give him a head start. Larsa! You poor baby.
Lucky neither Penelo or Bosch are in my main party.
Bosch, tell me.
No.
He's a good master.
I mean, he's a kid. He's 12. He has a lot of maturing to do.
All he wants is peace between the nations, though. Without
Yeah, but
war.
he's also 12. He cannot and also should not be put in charge of a nation.
Well, I think he will be, unfortunately. I do think that...
Ugh. Oh, Vayne, please. We have to get you into rehab.
I have failed us both. I am no Dynast king. You must find another. One who might realize your ambitions.
They are fulfilled beyond your knowing. The Christ is sundered. Age of Stones complete. From the Undying Ones, the world is freed.
Yeah, Vanar is a runaway god who wanted the world to not be, like, ruled by stones of incredible power and the gods. So Vanar's got their...
Zhongli.
Yeah. So Vanar's, like, got their job done. Like, Vanar's...
So like a good guy.
Tread this path alone. Together we go. Come.
Yes, traveler, you did good to free Liwa from the grasp of the Deptai. Oof. You look different than I remember.
Traveler got twunk.
That's not twonk.
Won't Sid be
That's
eager to learn what has happened
horrifying creature.
here? History
Wow, your neck
begins
is a
anew.
protrusion.
It's very Borderlandsy.
Oof.
Vanar's becoming one with Vayne.
Oh dear.
And we get to see it in high def.
Well, assuming your stream quality decides to let me see it in that depth. Please go back to how you were. I liked you better when you were a dark-haired twink. Oh dear. That's a problem.
For us.
How many more sight and dread arrows will that need?
So now he's a bad guy.
I think now he's being possessed. Or driven mad.
He's become one with Vana.
I think now he's not Vayne.
He's Vayne. Like, he's Vaynar, like Vana, like Vana and Vayne.
Vaynar.
Vaynar. He doesn't get a health bar. So I'm just gonna fast forward this.
Okay. You just gotta like get to a certain.
There we go.
Oh, cool.
You know, them Final Fantasy bosses have to be like 3 to 5 phases.
Yep. I think if this were a good story where Vayne ends up redeemed, then this would be the kind of scene where afterwards he'd like wake up in a hospital and be like, "What happened? I don't like everything's. I kind of lost consciousness after a while." And like he doesn't remember any of this because he definitely seems possessed.
He kind of asked for it. Is the thing, like, he wanted Vana to merge with him?
Yeah, but he was also dying, so...
We win.
Dying men make stupid choices sometimes.
We win.
Yay. We killed Vayne?
Yep.
Okay.
We
Are
win.
the resistance ships still trying to attack the ship that we are currently on? Larsa... Oh, Larsa. They're playing happy music, but this is a tragic ending.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they just killed Larsa's brother.
Yeah, and like... They still have yet to like...
Oh yeah, the ship's being attacked.
Right, I asked about that.
The game was like,
eyeliner's
oh
on
shit.
fleek, Vaughn. Sorry, they zoomed in and I noticed it. Damn, you have a sharper cat's like fucking eyeliner wing than Ash.
Yeah.
Where have you been having time to do your eyeliner?
When he was not available in cutscenes.
Yeah, right. Probably in the ship on the way here.
Well, can we fly?
Hey, friend.
No fuel goes to the Glossair engines.
Damn. Vaughn, you're in charge. I'm checking the engine room.
Right.
Fran, with me.
Look! Bahamut's Glossair rings are stopping!
Is that what that is? How do you know?
Yep.
Vaughn,
okay.
As soon as the Strahls rings move, you take off. Understood? You can fly her, Vaughn. Just do it like I told you.
Don't worry.
Penelo, watch for interference from Bahamut's Skystone. The Strahls a fickle girl. You keep her working for us.
I'll see what I can do.
Your hair looks like straw. Anyway.
Bash, look after Larsa, will you?
Yeah, that won't be me. That'll be Balthier because he's already been adopted by he's already been adopted by Vaughn, and Vaughn's been adopted by Balthier, so But okay, yeah. I'll be an uncle.
Is our last hope.
That's not good. He's 12.
Vaughn, the power's back. We can go.
Right. Let's go. Grab onto something.
This is the first time Vaughn flew the ship.
Apparently he's been getting lessons. So.
She's left Bahamut. She's moving away.
The Strong. They made it. At last.
Now they actually have
Bahamut
Larsa,
has
so.
fallen. The final test is upon us. The judges shall rule us no more. Main cannon on the Alexander.
This is Judge Magister Gabron. All forces cease fire. I repeat, all units of the Arcadian army, hold your fire.
The battle is over. As of this moment, we have signed a ceasefire with the Shelia Benargan Delmasca, the Royal Majesty.
Attention. This is Larsa Farina Solidor.
My brother Vane has died with honor in battle. The Imperial fleet is now under my command.
Sir, your orders, sir.
This is Ashelia Dalmasca.
The Lady Ash. Thank the gods you live.
I confirm what Judge Magister Gabranth and Larsa Solidor have said here.
Please stand down your attack. The war is over.
The war that y'all started.
A new day has dawned. We are free.
I don't understand how this story somehow managed to be, like, convoluted, but not quite convoluted enough. You know?
The Bahamut is falling on... Tyler, hold that thought. The Bahamut is falling on the city.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. That is a problem.
Sargabath, captain of the Alexander, flagship of the 12th Damascan fleet of the Arcadian army. I address all ships in Rabanasta's airspace. The Bahamut must not be allowed to fall on the city of Rabanasta. We are preparing to ram her. Do not interfere.
Madness.
Should she fall, the paling will not hold, and all Rabanasta will be obliterated. All
Yeah, that's fair.
concentrate your fire on the Alexander's remains once Bahamut is clear of the city.
Hasty, aren't they? I think it's a little early to be throwing away our lives just yet.
Balthier? Wait! Balthier, where are you?
You should still be on the ship. Oh, did he fuck off?
Oh, Vaughn. Sounds like you made it out okay. The Strahl's a fine airship, eh?
What does he think
No,
he's doing?
Balthier.
Balthier!
Marquis, stop that fool judge on the Alexander for me, would you? Just getting somewhere with these glossair rings. Almost done. Don't want him ramming me before I fix them, do we?
Balthier, do you understand exactly what it is you're doing?
I should hope so.
Princess, no need to worry.
He's doing his
I hope you
heroic
haven't
thing.
forgotten my role in this little story. I'm the leading man. You know what they say about the leading man? He never dies.
Oh.
Balthier saw the fact that it would fall on Rabanasta long before anyone else.
Let's fly.
Well, yeah, that.
Out to the glossair rings.
It's a
And-
reasonable conclusion, honestly.
I have to do everything around here.
Listen to me, Balthier. Get out of Bahamut immediately.
Please, Balthier.
Working on it.
You mustn't die.
Please, Balthier. Come back.
Don't talk like you have.
I'd
All right.
say you're in more of a supporting role.
Fran, please.
You're embarrassing me in front of my son.
Vaughn, the Strahl's in your hands. You'd better take care of her, you hear? If there's one scratch on her when I get back...
Roger that. We'll be waiting for you.
You're grounded for a week. Oh, only a week? Week per scratch. He'll be fine. So you just wait until the ring hits the ground and then you jump off. Because then you're not technically falling the length of the ring has fallen. You're just falling about 5 feet, and you can take that fall. Right?
Dunno.
Just gotta get a water bucket. MLG it.
I think that's actually it. I think that he's a post-puberty. Like, I think he's an early bloomer.
He's been post-puberty this whole time. That's why he looks so pretty.
Yeah.
Vaughn, your skin is so flawless and,
And
clear.
there
What's
it
your
is.
skincare routine.
There it is! We finished Final Fantasy 12!
Oh my god. I'm so angry.
Why are you angry, Tyler?
They did Vayne so dirty!
They did Vayne pretty dirty, didn't they?
They did! That's such bullshit!
Nah, Tyler, he was a bad
Is the
guy.
story so complicated and convoluted, and yet not nuanced enough? How is that possible? They had so much!
I know, right?
And they just used all of that to what? To what end?
To what end? Tyler, we could play through Final Fantasy X on stream. I could set it up so that I have like we literally do nothing mechanically, and we just go through watching the cutscenes. Yeah. It would take like 3, maybe 4 streams to beat it in total.
Which Final Fantasy? What?
10.
Oh,
My
right.
favorite
Is that
one.
the one with the video that you have in the DMs that?
Yeah, it would either be that or we watch it like as a cutscene on YouTube. But I'd be okay with doing it on stream.
I don't know.
But yeah,
Well,
this
we
is 12.
finished this.
What do you think?
I'm so angry. I know that you already said to me that the ending is just that we kill Vayne and that's fine. And
Yeah.
like everything's fine after that.
Yeah.
But like I was still expecting something more.
Nope.
I wasn't expecting it to literally just be we kill Vayne and everything's fine.
Oh no, that is lit. Like,
That is such bullshit.
that's
They
it.
have a 13-year-old running the country. I'm happy for Vaughn. Like Vaughn, Balthier, and Fran, and like Pinello, all their arcs are fine. It's just Bosch, Larsa, Vayne, and Ash I have a problem with.
Yeah. And like the
Like,
way
all
you
of
just
their
phrased it, by the
nonsense.
way, the way you just phrased it is like a sound 8-person party as well. Like that, Vayne and Larsa could have been permanent members of the party, and the Akuria could have been the final boss. What if the Akuria were like behind the rest of the council as well, right?
Right.
Like there's so many ways they could have done this so that you could have ended up beating God with the power of friendship like the rest of the Final Fantasies, but no. This is the one
With
Final
the power
Fantasy.
of like brotherhood and family. Like we could have like convinced Vayne that like he's been controlled by the gods and we haven't really freed man from the grasp of the gods yet because he's still following a god.
Yeah.
And we could have Larsa be like, brother, please join us. We could have peace. We don't need the power of the gods
And
to
Vanar-
destroy those who oppose us.
And
we
Vanar
can
could have been the god that was turning their back on them. Like, yeah, wow, it's kind of fucked that we're controlling them. Here, let me help you get in the real final dungeon that's only accessible by Okuria. And then Vanar could, like, sacrifice themselves at some point so that it would actually be, like, meaningful and we'd be sad that Vanar's died.
Let us
Like,
let
it
us
could have
use
all
our
been good!
mankind's let us use mankind's power of communication and love and empathy to connect with our enemies.
Ah.
Like,
I love Final Fantasy XII so much, but its story infuriates me. And like, I'm so glad I got to play it with you so that you could point out even more of where it's infuriating. Like, this is one of the reasons why I'm so happy that you received this game so well, is because I want to play the others with you now. Is because I want to see what you think about them. You seem to think about them more intelligently than I do, and I'm just like, can you ruin
like,
the other
Vayne,
Final
I know
Fantasies
you're
for me?
afraid. I know you're afraid of being being hurt, of like what you have being destroyed, because this is the environment you were raised in. to think that you have to be the strongest one in the room or you will be crushed. I know that. I know you're scared, but it's okay. We have to learn to be strong enough to believe in our fellow man.
Hey Vayne, BRB, can you kill your brothers real quick? Lol.
We have to believe in our fellow man sometime. We have to trust.
Oh man, that story could have gone so much better.
It could have. They did him so dirty. Ugh.
They did Vayne. Vayne did nothing wrong.
Vayne did nothing wrong.
Apart from that, what do you think about the mechanics? I know you didn't really pay attention to them, but the idea of setting up an AI for your cast is one of the reasons why this is one of my top Final Fantasies. What did you think about that idea?
I do think it's interesting. It is
You're getting actually emotional. Hold on, I can hear you going like are you actually?
I have allergies.
Okay, it'd be funnier if you were, but.
I mean, I did have to wipe away some tears, but that's just because I got very frustrated.
Anyway, continue your answer. I don't want to.
It is a very unique take on like the idea of like it's sort of like they took the idea of turn-based combat, but like made it real time first off, and then like
automated it.
Kept those elements in it. Yeah, it does seem like an interesting way to make turn-based combat more interesting and more dynamic.
Because it is effectively still turn-based to some degree. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's like having the auto mode in turn-based combat, but you get to choose what auto means.
Yeah, exactly. Because like in final, like the reason why, like you were describing it before, is like is turn-based, and I was like, no, this is an active combat. But I thought about it, it is still turn-based combat, because like the comparison to that is like Final Fantasy 15, which is action combat. It's not turn-based combat. You sit there wailing on someone with a sword. Like it is an active like that.
It's turn-based combat, but like everyone's turn is calculated individually and like independent of anyone else.
Yeah, but just based on their own speed.
They're taking turns, but with themselves, like independent of their party or their enemies.
What do you think of the hunts? You didn't get to do like you participated a lot more in them than you realized. You just didn't see them because they didn't have as much like flair on them. But like,
I imagine they would have been more interesting if I was like
into the mechanics.
More involved, I guess.
Yeah, more.
If I was mechanics. Like. Every time we went to the board, I was like reading the story behind the hunt and everything.
Yeah.
Because as far as I was involved with it, it was just a bigger, slightly tougher, or a bigger, more tough enemy to fight.
Yeah. No, that is essentially what they are. That moment where Larsa like got exploded with electricity.
I was so concerned for my baby boy.
I know. I heard it in your fucking voice.
I might have peaked the stream there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You can't. I've set it up so you can't. But
that's bad. I probably should have cut out for the stream's sake.
Yeah.
Also, Fran. But like, they're fine. They're fine.
Fran and Balthier are fine.
Fran and Balthier are fine.
Yeah.
I desperately wanted to see Balthier and Von hug.
I know. I'm really sorry that you never got to see that.
I am satisfied with the whole, like, it was definitely very father-son coded, the gifting of the straw to him.
Oh yeah, like,
and the like, you can do it just as I taught you, and the whole like, if anything happens to me, I'm leaving this to you.
And
like that whole conversation was like, oh yeah, like I was mostly kidding before, but no, he is your son.
And if I find this, you'll have it if I find any damage up to my straw when I get back, you know.
Yeah. Like I was only kidding a little bit when I added the like, if I find a scratch, you're grounded for a week.
Yeah, no, that was it's really interesting that you picked up on that really early. Like, no, that was not like hinted at. It's not like something that's just made by people. Balthier is like Van's dad.
Mm-hmm. He just is. That's just the rule.
Just is.
He just is.
Hey, you want to do it all again?
Sure.
New game plus mode, baby. Hey, literally.
Just right from the beginning. Let's just right back into this. Speedrun time, let's go.
Yeah.
New game plus, will we have our Titangrads?
Yes, we will.
Nice. Speedrun this shit, let's go.
Let me skip the cutscenes. Yeah, the death of Lord Rastler.
The death of Razzle Dazzle.
Yep. You there, can you
I
hear
learned
me?
most of the characters' names, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Hey, look, we're Rex. He's level 3!
Does Rex have a Titangrat?
No, but look how much healthier.
Oh dear. Oh, Rex.
He's like level something, like 4,000 something. Hold on. I
Oh,
have
hey,
to
Bosch.
No, that's it. Is it Bosch at this point?
I don't know.
There's no scar on his face, but I don't know if the scar on his face
Does he get
happens
that
later.
scar after?
Yeah,
Or does he always have it?
I don't know.
I mean, it makes the most sense for it to not be Bosch at this point. I guess.
Yeah.
But no, because Bosch did say to Vaughn that he remembered his brother, so he must have met him.
Yeah,
which
so
would be now.
Yeah, so this is Bosch then. Hold on. Yeah.
Fight.
So they do.
If it's new game plus, they should just assume you know how to fight.
So I want to see how much damage Rex does to this boss that we're about to fight. See this?
Yeah.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's like not a huge amount. It's only 300.
Well, that's 30 times more than anyone else in the team was doing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we're not seriously going through the...
No, we are not.
Okay. I was kidding.
Thank you to everyone for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to follow. And if you want to be notified of when I go live, type !Discord in the chat to get a link to the channel because to get a link to the Discord because I post there every single time I stream. In addition to that, if you want to help my channel grow, share the link with as many people as you possibly can because that will help me grow. What are we going to be playing on this slot now that we've finished Final Fantasy 12?
I don't know. Are we going to discuss that on stream?
We can.
If you want to.
Do we want it to still be a me and you thing? I'd like to catch you up on the other Final Fantasy game. But, like, do you feel like swapping this Final Fantasy for another Final Fantasy?
I don't know. I mean, what are the other options? This is like a slot for like a story game, right?
Yeah, well, it's just a slot for a game with you. It could be like a game that we play.
Well, we don't have... I think we found out last time that we don't have many games we can play.
Not many doesn't mean none.
True.
But we could just...
How about this? So... I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
So you said you haven't played Thomas Was Alone, right?
I have not, but I feel like that would only take one stream.
Yeah, but like it'll be a good like then we have the week to think about it.
2 weeks
right?
even, because you know.
Yeah, 2 weeks even. Like maybe it'll take one stream or two, but like we'll have some time to like.
No, I just mean 2 weeks. We have
and have a little brief.
We have this week. Like if we're only doing Thomas Is Alone for 1 week, we have 2 weeks to think about it. The week before the Thomas Is Alone week, and then the week after that one.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can have like Thomas Was Alone will be a little an aperitif.
Yeah.
To cleanse our palates.
Okay. Have you played
And
Life
then
is
we can,
Strange?
I have not, but I know the twists and stuff. So.
Okay. Oh, maybe you don't get to keep your equipment.
Oh no, Titangrat. We have to use the cheat engine again.
Shh, Tyler.
I mean, we have to do the cure exploit.
The RNG manipulation.
Yeah.
We might get all our equipment back when we unlock license boards. I've heard that that's a thing.
Maybe.
Which you do very quickly, because if you remember, you just have to talk to a couple of people.
Anyways, I think Thomas Was Alone would be a nice like
holdover game.
Mini series if it takes more than one stream, but like a nice one shot to do.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll play Thomas as alone. Thomas Was Alone. Everything alright? Yeah. Was something not working? Okay. Yeah, okay. Thomas Was Alone is going to be on this slot then. I'm going to see if I get my equipment back when I talk to...
Yes, King, you do that.
Dude. Skip. But yeah. Okay. See you then.
Bye.